Hi, my name is Rabbi Yosef Tropper, and I thank you so much for joining. This is Parshas Chayei, and the title is Life Experience. And the purpose of a segment is to provide a short and thought-provoking idea on the Parsha. And in our Parsha, it tells us that Avraham was getting older in age. And the Pasuk says in Perek Chav Daled Pasuk Aleph, Avraham zaken bo bayamim. Avraham was becoming older and coming in age. And the Gemara in Bava Metzia, Daf Pei Zayin Amud Aleph, tells us that until Avraham, no one aged. And Avraham came and he asked specifically for the process of people to look older. Until his time, no one got older in look. Of course, in age, in years they did, but in physical appearance, there was no graying. And Avraham came and he asked for it. And of course, the Mefarshim explain why Avraham wanted that in order to differentiate between him and Yitzchak and other explanations. But I want to focus on this idea of coming of age. A lot of people are scared of it. We live in a society where if you're useful and you're able to be in the workforce, then you're looked upon as someone that is worth living. But God forbid, if someone is older, then they are looked upon as someone who doesn't have value to life. But in truth, it's the exact opposite, especially in the spiritual realm and even in the intellectual realm. As a person gets older, they become wiser, hopefully, and are filled with life experience and are able to offer advice to others. As Chazal even say in the Mishnah and Avos, when they list off the age levels, they talk about how when a person gets older, they have more and more wisdom and they have more and more things to share with others. And so when it comes to Avraham, how did Avraham accomplish this? And the answer is that Avraham lived every single day with a focus of what's going to be in the future. Avraham lived every day of his life thinking, when I get older, am I going to look back and be proud of what I did? Or am I going to look back and be disappointed? And the Gemara in Sukkah even tells us that the Zakanim used to say, Daf Nun Gimel Amud Aleph, that the Zakanim would say, praiseworthy is someone who's in his elder years is able to look back at his younger years and not be embarrassed and be proud of what he did. And that's what it means that Avraham asked for Zikna. Avraham said, I'm not afraid to be older. I'm not afraid to be aged. I lived a life of serving Hashem. It's true that Avraham lived a life of serving Avodah Zarah. And we're not embarrassed to say that Avraham, Mitchila Ovdei Avodah Zarah Hayavasenu, Avraham started off as an Ovdei Avodah Zarah. But with intellectual honesty, he worked towards getting closer to Hashem and recognizing Hashem until he came to the level of Nevuah and became the patriarch of the Jewish nation. But Avraham spent his days productively. Even that time when he served Avodah Zarah, and then moved away from it, that was a productive time in his life where he came to really deeply appreciate and recognize Hashem when he saw the fallacy of Avodah Zarah. So Avraham's life was one that was lived every day, one day at a time, with a perspective of how could I be the most productive, and when I get older, I want to be able to look back. At any stage, whenever, any age that a person's at, they're able to make a decision that from now on, I want my life to be productive, I want my life to be happy and healthy, and I want to make sure that I have a good and happy and healthy life to look back upon and to have fulfillment in. I thank you so much for listening, and I hope that we'll all have such a wonderful life. I welcome your questions, comments, and sponsorship as well. Thank you.